Magomed Ankalaev, after a failed title fight with Jan Blachowicz, returns to the octagon in a bout against the surging Johnny Walker, who rounds out the top 5 of the bantamweight division. The bout will take place at UFC 294 in Abu Dhabi. Hello fighters. This is World of MMA. In today's video I will tell you how Johnny Walker can defeat Magomed Ankalaev. But before the video, do not forget to support the channel. Donate. This will help the development of the channel. Let's go! Johnny Walker is a fighter with impressive punching power and unique technique that could be the deciding factor in his fight with Magomed Ankalaev. His ability to accurately create distance and apply punches with maximum power opens the way for him to win. Walker has excellent ring control, which allows him to set the rhythm and pace of the fight. If he is able to carefully maneuver around the arena and maintain the right distance, it will create an advantage for him. Every punch Walker throws carries terrific power and risks a knockout. The key is maximizing the power of his punches. If Walker can achieve the perfect synergy of his body mass and precise technique, his punches will become unpredictable and difficult to deflect. This will give him the opportunity to seriously undermine Ankalaev's confidence by introducing doubt into his psychology. It is also important to consider Magomed Ankalaev's style and reactions. Walker can observe how Ankalaev reacts to different types of punches and movements. This will allow him to find weaknesses in his opponent's defense and adapt his strategy in real time. In addition to the physical aspects, the psychological factor also plays an important role. If Walker manages to show absolute confidence and aggression, he can put psychological pressure on Ankalaev. This could lead to Magomed starting to make mistakes because of his desire to catch Johnny off guard. Johnny Walker not only possesses striking technique, but also impressive stamina and endurance, which could be key factors in his fight with Magomed Ankalaev. If the fight stretches into long rounds, Walker could use his physical attributes to create an advantage. Johnny Walker's ability to keep his activity level high for long periods of time allows him to dictate the pace of the fight. If he is able to control the pace and prevent Magomed from finding opportune moments to attack, it will put pressure on Ankalaev and could force him to make mistakes. The constant movement and activity from Walker can also tire out Magomed Ankalaev. The constant need to defend and evade attacks can be physically and psychologically exhausting. A tired fighter is less accurate and less focused, which creates an opportunity for Walker to counterattack with minimal risk. Walker's resilience is also evident in his ability to withstand punches. If Magomed Ankalaev chooses to focus on attacking Walker's body, the latter can use his ability to absorb punches and keep moving forward. This could fracture Ankalaev's strategy and rob him of confidence in the effectiveness of his attacks. The judicious use of stamina and endurance also requires deliberate tactics. Walker must control his energy expenditure by avoiding futile movements and cutting back on risky attacks. He may try to establish closer ranges to reduce Magomed's advantage in long-range striking and turn the fight into a physical confrontation. However, resilience and stamina are no guarantee of victory. It is also important to consider Magomed Ankalaev's style and his reactions to fatigue. Walker must remain flexible and ready to adapt to changes during the fight. Resisting Magomed Ankalaev's wrestling requires careful planning and the ability to adapt to his style. Johnny Walker has the potential to defend against the wrestling and minimize the threat on the ground, which could create an advantage for him in the fight. Understanding Magomed's wrestling style is the first step to developing an effective defense. Ankalaev possesses outstanding wrestling, and his attempts to take a fighter in a clinch or on the ground are extremely dangerous. Walker should study videos of his past fights to understand his preferred techniques and patterns of action. One way to minimize the threat on the ground is through distance control. Walker should strive to maintain a distance that will make it difficult for Magomed to approach and conduct successful wrestling attempts. This can be especially effective in the early rounds when both fighters are still full of energy. It is also important to develop skills in clinch defense and close grappling. Walker can learn techniques that will allow him to avoid the clinch and keep his distance. This can include footwork and using quick movements to evade takedown attempts. Knowing how to respond to wrestling attempts is also important. If Magomed attempts to take Johnny into a clinch, he must be ready to instantly respond with a counterattack or defend against the clinch. The right reactions can deny Magomed the opportunity to turn the fight into a melee. The ground and pound cannot be overlooked. Walker must be prepared for the possibility of fighting on the ground and have basic defense skills in this area. Understanding how to avoid dangerous positions and how to get back to his feet quickly can prevent a situation where Magomed catches him off guard. The psychological factor leads to a huge impact on the outcome of a fight. Confidence and mental preparation are becoming key aspects that could affect Magomed Ankalaev's performance in his fight against Johnny Walker. If Walker is able to undermine Ankalaev's confidence, he could create a negative effect on a psychological level. Professional fighters usually rely on their confidence to carry out their fight plan and deal with stress. If that foundation is undermined, it can lead to a lack of confidence in their own actions. One way to undermine Magomed's confidence is to have a successful opening rounds, showing his punching power and his own confidence. By getting ahead of himself, Walker may give the impression of himself as a fighter in control of the fight. This could raise doubts for Ankalaev and undermine his strategy. Word of mouth and psychological tactics can also be important. Walker can use thrash talk to take Magomed out of his comfort zone and cause irritation. This can make Ankalaev less focused and more prone to mistakes. In addition, controlling the pace of the fight could affect Magomed's psychological state. If Walker is able to create a chaotic and unpredictable environment, it could cause additional stress for Ankalaev and make it difficult for him to execute his strategy. External factors such as public reaction and press cannot be overlooked. Walker can use the positive response of others to his resilience and confidence to create an atmosphere in which Magomed may feel less confident. In conclusion, the fight between Johnny Walker and Magomed Ankalaev promises to be an exciting encounter. The interplay of different aspects, striking power, stand-up, wrestling defense, and psychological impact creates a complex and interesting picture. Walker, with his unique striking technique and power, can succeed by maintaining control of distance and utilizing precise striking. His ability to maintain stamina and resilience gives him the ability to tire out Ankalaev and use that advantage to his advantage. Preparing for and defending against the fight are also important aspects. Effective defense against Magomed's attempts to take the fight to the ground can give Walker control of the fight and reduce the risks. The psychological factor undoubtedly plays a huge role. Confidence and mental preparation can affect Ankalaev's decision-making and strategy. Walker has a chance to use psychological techniques to create a negative impact on his opponent. However, the fight always remains an unpredictable event. Even with all the aspects in preparation, the outcome depends on many factors. It's important to remember that each fighter will bring their own experience, determination, and strategy to the cage, making this fight a true sporting event filled with tension and anticipation. What do you think, friends? Can Walker win Ankalaev? Write your opinion on comments. Goodbye.